see what they can do now that they've been in the lab for a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of a proving ground here for both of these teams, right? I mean, Corelli was really hard on USF. He still said he'd take the vote with them, but with a cost. They have to come out on top of this, otherwise he loses complete faith here. I don't know how much Corelli's faith is worth here to USF, but for some people, you know, that's a little bit of pressure put on them. That being said, how do you feel about USF?
You know, I like USF, and Corelli is fair to say that, yes, they should have performed a lot better than they did. But, you know, you can't hold out on them. They're still quality players. You are looking for them to come out here and really put Florida Poly through their paces. But it is fair to say, guys, come on, we know you're good. What's going on?
And so that's the question, whether or not they can maintain that former glory. As we see Reeves here with a quick fake, but he will let the ball go. Bob will pick it up. And seeing Florida Poly take the field here in game one, definitely going to keep eyes on this team and seeing how these two stack up head-to-head, as Florida Poly could come out and really just have that strong start to the season that we know they're capable of. Right now they have the ball on the offensive end, but it's about what they can do with it as Rex tries to push it forward, but Peculiar play it to that sidewall. We see Bob here. Oh, that's some good control. He has Dezu, and there's the goal! Pass play connects, and Florida Poly kicked this one off.
Well, what a goal indeed. Bob Stowe taking the time, and that's always a valuable thing when you're uncontested there anywhere on the pitch, especially effective there on the wall, trying to figure out, is he going for an air dribble? Is he just trying to get it into the middle? What's about to happen? The defense gets all crisscrossed, has to hit the brakes, throws off the momentum. Peculiar trying to get it back on the kickoff. Jay Urban going to be just fast enough off the mark. Reeves will slam it home, though, and South Florida and the Bulls get it right back.
So the Bulls pick this one back up. A nice quick response. Team comes together as Reeves picks up the first goal for USF, but not with help from his teammates. So work being done here, but you do see that camaraderie. Now this is a fake kickoff, and it's going to go to Jay Urban. Interesting, he has a lot of control, but actually loses the ball. Reeves plays that high, and Bob tries to come out on top with it. Might end up going the other way. Rex, does he have the boost? No, it'll go to Jay Urban, but interesting kickoff to start there. Looked as if USF were looking for a quick play to see if they could quickly take the lead, but it didn't go their favor.
It's a good start for both of these teams. It's nice to see them both battling in the midfield, not really getting trapped on boost or having to just chase the ball down the pitch. Both teams looking to try and keep as much control as they can and having to work for possession, so showing that this is indeed a little bit closer than you might initially think.
It's close as we are still tied up here, 1-1 apiece. Reeves tries to take a shot. Good save from Bob, though, as he is able to block that shot out. But pressure still going for the Bulls here as they keep this ball on the orange half. Florida Poly need to get this one cleared out, but in the meantime, Jay Urban trying to set his team up. That demo is on Peculiar, who was on the other side of the field waiting for that ball to come that way. Now it'll be Florida Poly. Chance in front, and Peculiar knocks it away. Rex committed, but this one might be played off the numbers game. Flick over, Bates out too. That's a double commit. Will they be able to score off this opportunity? Pass, Jay Urban, goal! And the Bulls take the lead.
Yeah, it stems from that double commit right here in front of the net. Bob Stowe trying to recover it, but it's just, he tips it right back into the corner. Reeves makes the snap tip on the ball right back into the middle. Jay Urban waiting on it. Just unfortunate for the Phoenixes, not able to recover off of one mistake, try as they might.
Yeah, that was really well done for the Bulls. They saw an opportunity. They tried to create another one, but Bob will come up for the save. Heads up play with the demo, almost worked out. They still are able to keep up this offense. Let's see what Florida Poly can do. They have possession, but the lack of control here, a little shaky on both sides. Bob will take initiative, but Reeves to Jay Urban, almost another shot. Jay Urban is looking like he's having a good shot today as USF continue to pressure in front. Reeves, I thought he had a clear chance there. Will be in front as Florida Poly plays the 50, and they're able to break out.
Yeah, it looked like Reeves got a little bit scared there of trying to go for the shot. He thought he might have been outpaced, switched to the block at the last moment, and it let Florida Poly off the hook. Now he's just trying to jam this one home, and Rex is going to have to think about this one. Peculiar, not able to get it through. Nice defense from the Phoenixes.
Now the Phoenix try to move downfield. Dezu, that drops straight to J Urban, and the Bulls can go the other way. Peculiar on the right wing, but that one goes straight down midfield. J Urban will hit him with a pass. Gets there in time, but also gets demoed from Dezu. That's going to slow down some offense here from the Bulls. Reeves will try to keep it in play. Not enough boost, though. This ball will get away from almost a chance for a 50. That's a good clear from Bobstow. Now looking at Florida Poly here, 45 seconds left. They need to get something going here on the offensive end if they want to have a chance of tying this game. And guess what? Rex comes through with the equalizer.
What muscles from Rex here, battling it out in the corner. Reeves thinking that maybe he has to dodge a demo, ends up turning back towards the goal, realizes no one went for him, tries to come down, and that's the problem with trying to catch a ball that's coming down as you're dismounting from the wall like that. You don't have many options for what you can do with the ball, and Rex, reading the situation perfectly, just got right out in front and went straight through him. Reeves on a dribble denied by Bobstow, and overtime likely here in game one.
So now with a clear out to the side, and USF with the possession. They're looking. Oh, they might get away with it. No! Yes! Reeves with the play, but it happens with a bump. What a play from the Bulls.
Hello, Peculiar. Little sneaky back wall bump on the goal line, and Reeves with a big block in front of the goal. What a play from South Florida to steal this one back in their favor.
Wow. And this is a crucial time in game. That might be the one to do it. Wait, Bob with possession. This one on the Bulls in here. What can Florida Poly do? Clear it out. This will be Rex. Oh no, let's get away from him. Peculiar will bank that goal. And with it, secures game one.
Yeah, Rex knew he misplayed this one. Trying to catch it on the air dribble. Caught it a little bit late though. Just missed the timing. Caught it just after the bounce, tipped it out into the middle, and was like, oh dear, what have I done? And the answer is, you have given away your opportunity to tie it up, and South Florida will win game one. What a way to bring it back. Peculiar with that huge bump off the back wall, and Reeves with the big muscles.
That is a very not like this moment.
Yeah.
There was where, okay, final few seconds. I just need to control the ball. The first touch you get gets away from you, and now you're getting scored on. Pain. But there is time to regain. We're loading up for Vin Temple for game number 2. How did you feel about what you saw from Florida Poly in that first game?
You know, I thought that was a really good first game. Like I said at the start of it, they weren't necessarily outclassed. It was really just a matter of a couple times the game got away from them, like that double commit that they turned into a goal, and then of course some very creative play with that sneaky little bump from Peculiar on the backboard. And then, of course, they put the game away with the mistouch. But that one isn't really what mattered. I think South Florida definitely had to work for their meal there in that game one. And Florida Poly definitely capable of going the distance here. It's just how they rally back after a loss.
Rallying back is important. I said it as we loaded in. Regain time here for the Phoenix. It's Florida Poly unfortunately dropped game one, but they showed some really good signs of life there on the offensive end. Good play from Rex. And then we saw a nice pass play for the first goal between Bobstow and Dezu. But wait a second, there's a demo and a goal. Reeves will pick up the first one for USF.
Yeah, here's the problem. J Urban just putting pressure on it, and Dezu, I mean, he's just kind of off trying to demo Peculiar in the midfield there because he thinks that he has time to let that play develop, and if they just take away the goal-scoring option, then they're going to be fine. The problem is no one goes for the ball. Reeves has an uncontested approach, and the guy rotating behind into the net for Florida Poly is just a little bit too far away, and that's really nothing. Nothing is wrong with the idea from Florida Poly on that defense. What's wrong with it is the timing.
I think time is going to be a big thing regardless. Look at this. Numbers play almost worked out. That's a great save from Bob. A lot of pressure, and honestly, you would think that shot was going in. But Bob pulls up clutch here for Florida Poly, keeping this a one-goal game. Now ball in the midfield, and Bob again trying to get that possession going. But J Urban wants to force the issue. He'll try to test that backboard defense. It is there from Florida Poly. But for how long is Reeves with the carry and the goal? Reeves through the sky to get the second goal for USF.
Big flex for Reeves. Great command here. Dezu has a good challenge. Honestly, I thought he got a piece of Reeves there, but Reeves just bounces right off him, continues with the play, and the man on the goal line thinking, wait, what? I thought we had a touch there. And it's over his head and into the net, and they both fake a kickoff. They've got Reeves, can't get up to it. A creative idea on kickoff for the Bulls, but ultimately bears no fruit.
That's the second time they've gone for that in this series. Now, keep in mind, they are up in the series. So, yeah. I mean, it's as if they have insurance to try it out. But it hasn't been working. At some point, Florida Poly, they're going to be able to read that, and hopefully they can punish them for it. I mean, I just want to see some goal get scored off the kickoff one way or the other. As teams like to try new stuff. I don't know. It's the chaotic part of me.
Like you said during the pre-show, you like to see the world burn every now and again, you know?
You know? Man, I sound really evil.
Dad's chaotic neutral.
Oh, man. Good play there for Florida Poly on offense, but nothing coming of it. And we start to see USF go the other way. Ooh. Reeves with the shot, a hat trick. Reeves lighting up the scoreboard here for the Bulls.
How do you even sneak this one in here? He just gives up the boost, but Peculiar makes a good challenge, and I don't even think Reeves is necessarily thinking about scoring here. It's just, I've got a chance to make a play on the ball, maybe make a challenge, and see what happens from there. And, oh, look, it went to the net. Neat.
Now, I mean, if you're Reeves, having these goals go in makes your day feel a lot easier. Definitely gives you a lot of confidence, seeing as you've had multiple different types of goals, and every shot you've taken, you've been successful. That really helps him in terms of later on in the series for shooting, knowing that, you know, he could get things through. That being said, though, for Florida Poly, letting these goals that we've seen from so far, the defense hasn't been good. But if they could get it back on the offense, that's what matters, as Rex picks up the first for Florida Poly.
Exactly right. It's all about how you rally, and this is twice now. Bob Stowe showing some great little shimmy shake action when he's got that ball on the wall and he's uncontested. Very good at making the defense hesitate and opening up scoring lanes. So 2 beautiful assists for him, but they need 2 more goals in game 2. They want to avoid going to match point here.
2 minutes, 30 seconds as the game is halfway done. We've seen 4 goals, but it's a 3-1 difference. Did I say 3? I meant 4. Jay Urban gets on the board here.
Great transition. Peculiar. This time, he's the one taking his time. Blasts one up the pitch. Nobody in position to even challenge the passing lane. All rotating back, same side as the ball. The guy in position just arrived in net, so he's too far away. The other guy's off getting a demo on the opposite end of the pitch. And so it's just a free look for Jay Urban, and he didn't miss.
He don't miss. That should be kind of the motto, I'd say almost, for USF, as that's what their offense has been looking like. They're dancing through this Florida Poly defense. Another goal for Jay Urban.
Great rush from Jay Urban there in the corner, and Bob Stowe just don't even think he realized someone was over his head there. That's what can easily happen on defense when you got that ball cam and you see that ball in the corner, it goes back into the midfield and you're just following the play, and it's easy to lose awareness of people that are lurking at the top of the box, turn it into a pass, score the shot, and game 2 is out of reach.
I feel like the Corelli prediction meant a lot at this point.
They were listening to it and they were like, oh gosh, guys.
We have to perform here. As this has been dominance so far in game 2. Almost another chance to see if Florida Poly can get on the board, but they can't. Yazoo looking for the flip reset, but Jay Urban knocked it away. Rex midfield, but Bob didn't expect that much heat on the ball, so get away from him. And Florida Poly, they're starting to struggle now.
Yeah, they've got the idea right again, kind of like how it was on defense in the previous game. The idea is, or not the previous game, the start of this game. That's how many goals have been scored. I totally forgot. It was like that timing is just off like it was at the start of this game. The defensive rotation a little bit slow, and it allowed a goal, and this time the offensive rotation a little slow. Bob Stowe gets away with murder on the goal line. He really was tongue-tied there. It's fortunate to make the save, but it's just Florida Poly is so close to being able to find success. It's just the screws aren't quite tightened up all the way, and they're leaving a few gaps.
On the other side of things as well, USF just seemed to improve on their offense from the first game. They understood what was working, and to their credit, they were definitely very creative on offense. I mean, they were creative all the way down to the kickoff with going for that fake kickoff as well. So a lot of things that they were able to try ended up paying off here. and they were able to freely move through Florida Poly. This one looks like another play that's going to go in. Top right corner, Jay Urban. He'll pick up a hat trick to match his teammate Reeves.
I actually really thought that Florida Poly was going to have something there because the Bulls kind of misplayed that ball there in the midfield, and they all immediately turned around. The problem is that the one person in the midfield that Florida Poly was trying to dump the ball off onto with that little chip over that last-ditch effort from the Bulls also ran away. And so as soon as that happened, USF turned right back around and just 1-2 pass into the net. Oh, there's another one. Oh, wow.
They weren't done. Another 1-2 pass to solidify the Brazil. As that one goes out to Jay Urban. Jay Urban back. Peculiar, I mean, he had the goal, but Jay Urban, he wants the points here. He's trying to deny Peculiar of a goal, but Peculiar has 5 assists this game, so he's definitely been doing his part.
What a game 2 from the Bulls. Welcome back. Excited to see Reeves continue to light up the scoreboard throughout the rest of the season. Seems to be a fantastic addition. And I don't think there's much else need to be said about game 2. I think Florida Poly actually played a decent game. It's really just some great passing, a little bit of lackadaisical in the defensive awareness department for Florida Poly, sure, but that's something that can be fixed over time, certainly. And if you're USF, watch, rinse, repeat. You don't need to change anything.
Honestly, that's a great point, too. And I know you say Florida Poly played well, but the fact that they just let so much get through them on that defense, it was pretty much a make or break on how that game was going to go. It all really had to do with the defense. It wasn't as if USF, I mean, they did have some good quality shots, don't get me wrong, the top corner placement, the air dribble, but there was a chance there in most of those drives for USF that someone from Florida Poly could have interrupted, got in front of the ball, and it made it a little bit harder. It didn't seem like USF really had to work for their goals, and I think that's a big point in that Game 2 scoreline. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, this is definitely a game that if defense is played optimally for Florida Poly in this game, I think it ends maybe 3-1 in favor of South Florida, excuse me. So Florida Poly, it's really just that defensive awareness. You can't afford to lose your mental picture of where the other team is on the pitch, because that allowed a couple of extra goals that you feel like, okay, if they had been a little bit more present and focused in that situation, they probably cut off some of those passes and stopped some of the shots going in. So that's really all you're looking here from Florida Poly to do in this Game 3, is really just make sure that they understand where the opposition is and what they can actually do.
So awareness going to be a big key here for Florida Poly, as they have to clean up and tighten their presence on the field. It seems as if a lot of plays get through them. Reeves hitting off the backboard. Bob with a tough read, but gets the read to push it downfield in the midfield. Any improvement on defense will be massive from the Game 2's difference. As you can see, Jay Urban tried to get a demo to make that net wide open, but Bob being on top of the ball, able to at least make it that much harder. But pressure still on the field here for the Phoenix.
Oh, they can get him.
Yeah, this is the chance. Open net. Dezu comes out of nowhere and will pick up the first goal of the game.
Yep, Reeves sitting here floating into the net with 0 boost. Jay Urban also just sitting on the goal line with 0 boost, unfortunately. Frustrated in chat about something, but either way, trying to have Peculiar cover up in the midfield, and Peculiar did not have the ball control there to get away with it. So Florida Poly on the board first. See if they can hang on to it. Trying to get 2 on the board off the kickoff, and saved by Jay Urban.
So with that, Florida Poly with the lead. Up by 1, maybe 2. Dezu almost there in time. Bob to Dezu. Dezu across. Rex is going to go for the boost. Gets the touch. No double chance. It'll float out.
I think you and I were thinking the same thing there when we saw Rex go up. It's like, oh my gosh, is this the world's spiciest double tap? And then we saw him give up on it. We're like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like he had a chance there, but I think that, just a little bit too much momentum forward.
Yeah.
He just lost that one. But it would have been spicy, for sure. Maybe we'll see another play from Rex. But right now, Peculiar plays that off the back wall. Jay Urban was facing his own net, so I'll have to take this off the wall here. No boost. Reeves with the read, and it'll fall in. USF with the equalizer.
Every drop a boost in the tank. He's got 50 when he hops. Actually, no, he's got 27 when he jumped for that one. And the control, he actually boosted backwards a little bit, because if he just kept going straight for that ball, if you get nervous about having too little boost to make the play, and you overdo your approach, you're gonna miss it. So Reeves demonstrating excellent control and poise under pressure when precision is required. Controls the speed on the approach, and that little delay in the approach, then he got to fit the ball under the crossbar.
Still 3 minutes of gameplay between Florida Poly and USF. As Florida Poly were able to get the first goal here, but now the game's been equalized and opened up. Bezu, that'll get away from Jay Urban, plays it downfield. Bob tries to clear it out. Peculiar plays it forward. But sent to Rex, who hands it back to Bob. And Florida Poly, they're able to move downfield. Now, a chance on offense if they can get things together. Rex, he'll pop this up. Also looking for a bump off ball. Reeves still setting it in motion. Florida Poly, they've been able to get some good plays, and they have the shot lead here with 3 shots to 1. But they haven't been able to convert. That was a clear chance there, but Rex failure to make contact with the ball.
Yeah, I think Rex a little late, so he was trying to play the block, but nobody from South Florida hit it. So it just harmlessly rolls across, and South Florida and the Bulls get off scot-free. Reeves looking for Peculiar in the corner, across, and nobody waiting for it. Should be a free clear here for the Phoenixes.
Bob. Oh, that's a big kerfuffle. I didn't want to say jumble again,
yeah,
okay?
Good word, good word. I like kerfuffle. That was good.
Next word is going to be blunder. I'm trying to mix it up here. Either way, it was a double. And, oh, that's a double as well from Jay Urban. I was going to say double commit, but that's a double touch off the back wall. Still no goal here, so we're equalized 1-1 in this game. Reeves almost had a piece of it. Jay Urban, will he be able to follow up his own touch? No. Rex will get a free clear to the sidewall. Ball still on Florida Poly's end. Back to midfield. Back pass.
Wow.
Reeves. Oh, there's no way he reaches. He's trying to, though. Flip reset. He did get one, but ball still flew to Rex, and Rex just said, okay, I'll pick this up and get this out my own zone.
The Bulls making it real hard for Florida Poly to keep possession of the ball. Jay Urban smashes into Reeves, and it's a bit of an awkward scenario, but no one there to put pressure on him. They must have been out of boost. So Florida Poly a little disconnected on the offensive side of things. Nobody there to put pressure on a defense that was definitely going to have to make a stop. That's not a good look when you need to win.
Things look shakier, especially, on the Florida Poly end, but also on the USF end. As we approach the final 30 seconds of gameplay, the offense from USF, especially compared to Game 2, has considerably slowed down here. The goals aren't falling. We still only seen them with 1 shot. Ooh. That doesn't count, but that was a really good look. Maybe another Peculiar blocked out. Big chance there for USF. It'll go the other way as we approach the final 10 seconds of gameplay. Reeves pushes this downfield. Oh, Rex trying to get in front of him. Florida Poly, this is danger zone for them. Will they keep this up, or do they want to play the OT? Jay Urban, touch the Peculiar, has control. What will he do? Oh, the pre-jump for Reeves. And that one will hit the ground, and we have overtime.
You gotta love it when you see people pre-jumping for things. Those are some of our favorite goals in CRL. Desu trying to end it here, as Reeves will take it across and get a couple of extra tips on the ball, but you're glad to see Florida Poly stop the bleeding on the defensive end. Much better performance. Cutting down some of those passing lanes. That's what we were looking for. Now it's just put the pieces together on offense.
And there's still...
Oh, no!
Oh, Dibble, bump play! Reeves! Of course it's Reeves! Will close out the series off of a bump from Jay Urban, and USF taking in 3.
And Rex saw that ball kick out of that corner into the midfield, drove forward, saw Reeves up for it, and turned around, was like, I can't go, I'm beat, I need to take my chances in the goal line. Well, your chances in the goal line means bang, you're out into the corner now, and the series is over. Great press from USF, and Reeves, talk about a great debut on stream for the team.
Yeah, Reeves lit it up. He scored at least 5 goals over the course of it. And I honestly want to see the shooting percentage, too, because I think for a couple of those games, he was pretty close to, I think, especially in the last one, he had 100% shooting. And I think in the game before he did as well, but I'm not 100% sure. That being said, USF, the Bulls, I mean, living up to their name, the way they charged through Florida Poly, quite literally with the demos, that was something to see from them.
A fantastic series indeed from the Bulls. Very well played, very well coordinated on their approach. Definitely understood exactly what the plan was. If ever that ball goes out in the middle, someone get up and we smash people out of the way. They had great presence on the offensive side of the field. Definitely never letting Florida Poly just clear the ball for free, always trying to make it as difficult as possible. And Florida Poly, I think they really turned it around pretty nicely there in Game 3. It was just a matter of, okay, we fixed the defense in some aspects, which is really the biggest problem we had in Game 2. The next step will be keeping that consistency on defense, and then you can focus on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, again, great work to Florida Poly, too. Like you said, it wasn't the worst debut ever. Obviously, they did drop it to USF, but they played it close, and I feel like we're on the same page, just like we are on our shirt colors as well, Chiefs. We meant to match on purpose. Last names, shirt patterns, everything.
It all checks out.
We were very excited.
Headsets, it's fine.
I love them, and I love Rocket League. I love the collegiate Rocket League, and we're gonna have more of that coming up for you very soon. We just gotta take a short break, but we'll be back with more CRL.